Well, good morning. Here I am up in Griffith in the Riverina, which is known as the food bowl capital of Australia. I know there's a few food bowl places around, but the locals tell me this is the capital, so I have to go with it. And I will say one thing about it. Since I've been here in Griffith, you can smell the fruit in the air. I'm not sure if it's my imagination, but it's got a real, almost like a perfume scent walking around the town. I'm sure it must be from, as you're driving in, there's all vineyards and farms, orchards and all that sort of thing. I'm sure you can smell it in the air. Could be my imagination, could not be, but anyway, I'm going with that. So anyway, Griffith is a city, so it's a big place. So I'm out early in the morning. It's only 6:20. Yes, as I was saying, Griffith is a city. It's got a population of the last census was 19,565, basically 20,000. That's just in the city area. Who knows how many when you go out a bit. And this is the main street. It's a big, long main street. And like I said, I'm out early just to avoid all the cars that will be coming out later on. There's a pub on the left-hand side, Area Hotel. Now they've got this spring festival on at the moment, and they've got all these orange and lemon displays, almost like sculptures up the main street, which I'll show you later on. It's really looks really great. And out of that 19,000 that I said live in Griffith here, I'm just going to pull over for a sec because I've got a car right up my rear, if you know what I mean. I'll just let him go past. .6% are male, 50.4% are female. And they've got everything here in Griffith. They've got a TAFE, they've got a uni, they've got a huge hospital, airport. You can fly to Sydney, catch a train to Sydney, probably to Melbourne as well. Whether that train goes, or you'd have to catch a bus to somewhere and then the train, I'd say. Yeah, but they've got everything here in Griffith. I could drive around for hours and I'd miss everything, so we'll do the main street. If we come up with a few other things along the way, we'll check them out. This looks like another pub up here on the left hand side. The Vic Hotel, the big Victoria bit of sign out up the front there. Now what I found interesting was the diversity in this city of Griffith when I was looking up the stats. So only 66.2% of people here were born in Australia. And I was expecting, when I was looking up the other nationalities on the census, it was going to be all Italians. People probably of my age remember back in the 1970s with the old drug trade and everything that was going on up here. It was Robert Trimboli, and I think on Underbelly did a series on up here actually with the drug trade. There's another pub there on the left hand side. What's that one called? Oh, it's not a pub anymore. Used to be, probably. The sun's coming up this way, so it's not as easy to see the actual town. Yeah, so as I was saying, I thought there was going to be heaps of Italians, but there's only 3.3%. And this did surprise me. 9.3% are Indian. So that's a fair whack in a town of or city. It's a city. I can't say town. It's a city. 20,000. So that means there's probably 2,000 Indians here. The New Zealanders were 1.8% and Filipinos 1.7%. So there's some gardens there on the left-hand side. Oh, that's the War Memorial actually. As we're coming up to this next roundabout up here, I think it's this next one, something really interesting I want to show you. There's the Australia Post on the left hand side here. There's a train station over there to the left. We'll go over and have a look at him later on. As I said, it's a bit awkward filming in big places like this because the traffic will build up quickly. Gem Hotel. Must be one of the flash ones in town. And you get cars racing up behind you, so it's very hard to drive slowly. Now on this roundabout coming up here, I'll go around here. There's a little, is it a bust, I think they call him, of Donald Mackay. So you can probably just see that there. And there's the plane, and there's a plane there in the background there also, the Memorial Park at the Services Club here in Griffith. So Donald Mackay, people that don't know, he was the anti-drugs campaigner up here in Griffith at the time in the 1970s. Actually went missing. So people know what happened to him, but nobody knows, if you know what I mean. Like I said, if you watch that Underbelly series, it's all on there. A lot more than I'd be able to explain. That's the ex-servicemen's club we just went past there on the left-hand side as well. As I said, I could drive around here for hours on end and miss more than half of it. So we'll just head back down this way again. Back down this part of the main street. Give you a few more stats. So the main source of employment here in Griffith is poultry processing. So it's not just fruit and veggies. It's poultry processing as well. I mean, that must be chickens. I suppose it is. And wine and alcohol beverage manufacturing. That's 5.1%, which there's a lot of vineyards when you're driving up here towards the city, when you're driving up from the south. And I've got someone right up my rear again, so I'm going to do a U-ey here. Hospital workers are 3.7%. Well, there's a big hospital here, which I'll show you soon. Supermarket and groceries are 3.2%. If I turn left here, I'm trying to find this train station. Oh yeah. So this looks like the train station here in Griffith, straight ahead. Go up here and have a bit of a look. So here we go, it's a train station. You can jump on there and get to Sydney, I suppose. Not sure if it's a direct one to Sydney, or you might have to go to somewhere else. Maybe Wagga first. Maybe you reckon it'd be direct. It's a big enough city, if it's a city, and it's a big university town, so you'd reckon a lot of people might just come here for uni even. Righto, and as I said earlier before, there's a big hospital here in Griffith. Probably does the whole district, I'd say. There's a big church there on the left hand side, St Alban the Martyr Anglican Church. That's the Griffith Base Hospital straight ahead. Want to go to the airport, you can head out to the right. Anyway, that's the hospital straight ahead. We're getting into a bit of the residential area here in Griffith. Now apparently the average house price here in Griffith is $600,000, which seems a bit expensive. But anyway, we'll check it out. Medium weekly household income is $1,676, which is right on the Australian average. See, there's some nice houses here too. The crime rate here is 135 crimes per 1,000 people, which is a bit over the Australian average, or nearly double, at 70. Yeah, but the hospital's big hospital, just driving past it here, Griffith Base Hospital. I'm going to do a U-ey, and you can just check it out from the other side here. Then we'll check out some homes. So this is all part of the hospital here. It looks like on the left there, that must be a newer wing of the hospital. That looks all pretty new there. Make sure there's no cars behind me while we're having a look. And we'll come around here and have a look at the other side of the hospital. Yeah, so that looks like a newer wing of the hospital. Staff car park only. Well, I'm not going to go in there because I won't get in or I won't get out. So we'll check out some of the homes here in Griffith. As I said, I don't know Griffith at all, so the median house price they said was $600,000. So I'm not sure what part of Griffith that is, whereabouts in Griffith. So I'll only just drive and see what I see as I'm going. But as I was saying earlier, you can smell the fruit in the air, or some sort of scent. I'm sure it's not my imagination. Now, I don't know if these houses are worth $600,000 here around this area. But anyway, you can only go with what the stats say. There's a physio. So I've just come down this street. I'm not sure if these are units or homes. Oh, they're units. But there is some nice homes down this part of Griffith where I'm driving at the moment. I'll just turn left here. And then I think we'll give the homes away. I've got to show you something down the main street because some sort of spring festival here at the moment, and what they've done with the oranges and the lemons with the sculptures looks fantastic. So I'll film a bit of that because it did look impressive. Okay, now this is part of this spring festival coming up here on the right hand side in the middle of the street. So people have got together. See the oranges, all the sculptures there? So different people from around Griffith have erected these sculptures made of oranges and lemons. It actually looks really good. I'm going to when I get back here this afternoon, I'm going to check them out properly on foot. But yeah, you can see them all here. Little houses and the whole thing. Anyway, there's another lot up here. We'll film. We've got cars coming up, overtaking me on the left, so it's getting a bit awkward now. So yeah, they're all Griffith tennis clubs. So all different parts of the community have erected something made of oranges and lemons, which is a great little idea. There's a few more just up here. Steggles, that must be the chicken place, is it? Steggles? Anyway, they've built a chicken out of oranges. So here's the big Griffith Central Shopping Centre here on the right hand side. It's got the Target and a whole lot of other things in there by the looks of it. Chemist Warehouse. You know, all those brands that everyone knows. Well, just do a little right hand turn down here. I think the sun's going to be right in our eyes now. It's coming up. We won't go down there because the sun is going to be right down the middle of the street. So that's Griffith Central right there. Righto, this is a Griffith Leagues Club, which I think I'm going to go in there tonight for a roast, maybe a couple of beers as well. Anyway, so you got the Leagues Club, you got the RSL Club back there as well, Returned Soldiers. Sure, there's plenty of schools and that around here as well. As I said, driving around the big places like this, it's hard to film everything, if anything, because you just seem to get a bit lost, put it that way. As I was saying before, there's a Griffith Ex-Servicemen's Club, Exies they call it, right on the corner there. So the sun's starting to come up a bit now. A few cars are coming out and about, makes it a bit awkward. It doesn't look like it on the camera. I can't even see one in front of me at the moment. Actually, Yvonne Goolagong was born in Griffith, which is, she became Yvonne Goolagong Cawley, I think. I think she won 2 Wimbledons. I'm sure she won a French Open as well. Yeah, so she was born here in Griffith. Okay, so that's just about it from Griffith. There's the City Council chambers there, right in front of us there. And the sun is absolutely glaring down the main street back that way, so I'm not going back down there. So we'll head off down this little road for a sec. Anyway, that's about it from Griffith. I can only show you the main street and a few of the main things that I know. Well, I don't know, it's the first time I've ever been here. And it's got everything here. Got all the, if you like your takeaway food, you got your KFC, Macca's, Pizza Hut, all those sort of things here as well. Red Rooster. You got all the shops. There's a Harvey Norman I've seen, all those sort of shops as well. Other furniture shops. So anyway, this looks like a bit more of an industrial part of Griffith. Anyway, that might just about do for Griffith, and the food bowl capital of Australia. Now we're going to go head towards the Murrumbidgee River, check out a few of the other towns in the food bowl area of the Riverina in Australia, in New South Wales. Well, good morning. I'm in the little town of Whitton, still here in the Riverina, in the food bowl of Australia. I'm calling this still the food bowl here, and as we head on to the other towns, we're in the Murray irrigation area system, and Whitton is one of the smaller towns in this area. It's only got a population of 523. So anyway, it's only early in the morning, it's only 20 past 6, but I thought I'll try and beat the crowds, if you know what I mean. Even though this is only a small town, it's a lot easier to drive around when there's no traffic. So there are a few little shops here in Whitton, as you can see. A few are closed. We're going down the main street at the moment. Got the pub over there, just on the left-hand side as well. The Rice Bowl Hotel. So there we go. So we are. That's not bad. Nice name of a pub in the food bowl area of Australia. Now to that 523, 48.9% are male, 51.1% are female. What have we got up here? An old little place on the left-hand side there. Is that a house? Would have been nice a long time ago. Thought it was a church, but it's an old house. As you can see, the sun's just coming up. So the main source of born in Australia, we'll go first. 78.6% of people here in Whitton are born in Australia. 1.1% from Italy, 1.1% from Malaysia, 1% from the Philippines. Got the Whitton Fire Brigade here on the right hand side as we go down this little street. Whitton Rural Fire Brigade. So there's not a lot to this little town. We'll just keep looking around and give you a few more stats. Okay, so the main source of employment here in Whitton is wine and alcohol and beer manufacturing, or beverage manufacturing. That's at 6.2%, so there's obviously a few wineries around here. Grain growing is 4.6%. And grain mill production, manufacturing, is 4.1%. I don't know what that is. And cotton growing also 4.1%. There's the Whitton Public School on the right hand side there, in town. It is a school day today, but we are bright and early. It's not even 6:30 yet, so we can film safely. Now, I'm not sure what this is on the right hand side here. They're all old, look like old train carriages there. Old train station. That's really interesting. The old Whitton train station. Yeah, it is too. I'm not sure if it's a sort of a museum or what it is there. What's it say? Yeah, it is a Whitton Historical Museum. There we go. It's like a little old town there going out the back there. It's not a bad little setup. It won't be open this early in the morning. So the median price of a house here in Whitton is $372,000. We'll check out some of the houses, will we? And the median weekly household income is $1,243. the crime rate here in Whitton is 63 crimes in 1,000 people, which is just a bit under the Australian average. But as I keep saying, why would you be committing crimes in a small town? I've got no idea. And here's another little general store. I think it's open in Whitton here. Not 100% certain, but it looks nice enough from the outside. And across the road from it is the post office, which I'll show you, and then we might head off to the next town. And so here we are. Here's the Whitton post office in, what am I saying? The food bowl capital of Australia. Well, Griffith was back there, and we're only not far from Griffith. We're maybe 40 kilometres, so let's just say it is in the heart of it as well. And hopefully the other towns are as well, because that's what I'm calling. So anyway, that's about enough of Whitton. Go past the Whitton Community Hall there. And as I said, that's about enough of Whitton, and we'll head off to the next town. We'll see you there. Well, here we are on our next town in the food bowl capital area of Australia. So we're in Leeton at the moment, which is quite a large town. Got a population of 7,437. So it's a Monday morning, so it's a bit awkward to film at the moment. Anyway, we'll give it our best shot. It's only early, it's only 7 o'clock. So I'll go up one side of the town, which we're doing now, and we'll come up the other side. The sun's coming up a bit, so let's hope it doesn't get too glary coming up the other side. We'll just check out the main street here to begin with. 48.5% of that population is 7,000 odd is male. 51.5 is, there's a community theatre there on the left hand side. 51.5 is female. And the average age is 37. Don't think I said the average age in Whitton. It's 41. Not even sure if I said it in Griffith. It's 38 anyway. So anyway, as you can see in Leeton here, it's a big town. It's got all the shops that you want. There's a pub there on the left hand side. What's he called? The Wade Hotel. Honda. There's a few car places up this end of town. A 79.4% of people in Leeton were born in Australia. 1.8% in the Philippines, 1.5 from India, and 1.3 from Italy. We'll do a U-E around this roundabout and we'll head back up the other side of the main street under a bit of pressure with cars coming up behind me. There's the Woolies there, another Mitre 10 over there. Head back up the main street, up the other side. Hopefully the sun doesn't get too glary. Macca's drive-through. In the Ford. I've got someone right up me rear here. Anyway, you'll just have to bear with me. There's another pub on the Hotel Leeton on the left hand side, or Leeton Hotel, not sure which way, Hotel Leeton or Leeton Hotel, best and less. There's a few banks up this end. There's a Westpac there, so we get past the roundabout over here. Leighton and District Bowls Club, 200 metres. Might check that out later. The memoriam in the middle of the roundabout there is actually really nice. To the fallen soldiers. There's the Australia Post here in Leighton. And a few other banks and closed shops down this end. There's the NAB. And there's a few other shops over here, but oh, they might be open. Might be wrong of me to say they're closed. Oh, there's an Anytime Fitness, so he's definitely not closed. So just coming up to this main roundabout again. Just want to check out, slow down a bit. I haven't got a car behind me here. Go up a bit slower, past the Leighton Roxy Community Theatre. It's a nice old building. Roxy Community Theatre. There we go. Geez, have a look at the size of those silos up in front of us there. They're absolutely huge. I don't know if they look that big on the camera, but they really stand out in town. Righto, there's a church there, Leighton CRC Church. I'm not sure what that means. Catholic, maybe something or other. I'm just looking at this place here. This is a really Hydro Hotel. I'm actually going to drive in there. It's a big old building. Hydro Hotel. It's been here a while. Geez, it really stands out, really at the top of the town, basically up on a hill. Looks like it might be able to have weddings and all that sort of stuff in there. Someone who's from Leighton who might be watching this video might be able to tell me. But it's not just an ordinary pub. And there's the Shire Council halls over there and the fire station across the road. Not sure if you can see it. It's a big town, so it's hard to pick everything up, which is usually the case in these big towns, bigger towns, larger towns. Turn right down here, I might get a little view of that fire station there on the right hand side. There's the old fire station. And up around past the big silos again. Coming up past the Leighton Bowls Club there on the left hand side. Actually, we'll do no entry there, can't do that. Past the Leighton Bowls Club, we might be able to get a better look at it from this angle. Here we are, we're coming up past the Leighton Bowls Club there on the right hand side. So that's the ambulance service there as well on the right hand side. Up around past these big silos, around the big roundabout. I think they're silo, water towers. More water towers than silos. There you go, there's a couple of more shops here in Leighton, just off the main street. Leighton Skin. 9-way legal. There's a few legal shops here. So, not sure what's going on there. Multi-purpose centre here in Leighton. A little park here in Leighton as well. Got the sprinklers out. It's supposed to be about 34, 35 today. It's going to be warm. Righto, there's a church here, St Peter's Anglican Church in Leighton. Oh yeah, it's got a, what's that got there? Oh, it's got a house or another church as well. I'm not sure what's going on there. A couple of houses in Leighton. just to have a look at while we're here. Okay, so we're coming up past the Leeton Police Station, and we'll turn around the corner here and have a look here. The Leeton Courthouse. There we go. And we've got the school here on the right hand side. Not sure what the name of that. It must be Leeton High or Leeton Primary or something like that. St Joseph's Primary School. There we go, in Leeton. Sure there'd be a high school here too somewhere. Not sure what this is. The Uniting Church Leeton Congregation. There's a few churches here. We'll check out a few homes around here as well in Leeton. Haven't said the main source of employment yet. It's meat processing. Anyway, 5.6. Must be a few abattoirs around. Secondary educators, so there must be a high school here somewhere. And grain mill production manufacturing. So in the food bowl here in Leeton, and takeaway food services also. So we'll check out a couple of the houses here also in Leeton again, while I give you a few more stats. Median house price here in Leeton is $432,000. The median weekly household income is $1,359 per week, which is pretty high. And the crime rate is 103 crimes per 1,000 people, which is a bit over the Australian average, but not a lot. It's actually not too bad for a bigger town. Now we'll check out a couple more houses while we're here in Leeton. I've missed a fair bit, I'm sure I have, because I know there's a high school and all that sort of thing here, but it's too big a town to try and find where it is. I can't find any signs to tell me where they are. So as I said, the median house price is $432,000. So I might just check out a few more and that'll do for Leeton. So actually the houses aren't too bad, actually quite nice. These, I think they're called bungalow, those houses. They're actually really nice. Anyway, that's about enough for Leeton, because it's a pretty big town and you can only show the main street and a few other things. And I've given you a few stats on the town. So anyway, I've probably missed a fair bit. Someone will let me know. And we'll see you in the next town. Actually, I was just driving out of Leeton, and actually, these are the showgrounds, I think. Yeah, the Leeton showgrounds. Maybe cattle yards as well. I think they have the trots in there and probably a footy ground. Yeah, Leeton Harness Racing and Leeton Show, 10th and 11th of October. So I think that's just gone. The weekend just gone, or the weekend before. So there you go. That's just about enough of Leeton then. I've just about filmed all I can here that I know, and that probably people are interested in. There's maybe a few other things that people might want to see. Don't know what that is there. That's a new building anyway. It looks like some sort of community centre or something like that. It might be the golf course, actually. Leeton Golf Course. There you go. So there we go. That's about enough of Leeton, and we'll see you in the next town. I haven't left Leeton yet. I've been trying to leave, but I just went past the Leeton Returned Soldiers Club, so I thought I might film that. And it has got a lawn bowls rink out the back, which is bit of competition to the other bowls club we saw up on the top of town there. Anyway, I'm just going to film a little bit up this street while I'm here. That's the Leeton Visitor Centre. It's a nice old building, and like I said, I can't get away from the place. I keep going to drive out and I keep coming across something. But here's the bowls club up here. At the back of the services club. That's a big bowls club. So anyway, they've got 2 in Leeton. They might have 3, you never know. So there's the other bowls club. This time I am leaving Leeton for sure. I've tried twice already, 3rd time lucky. Well, here we go, we've made it to Narrandera. And just before I start here, I will say when I left Leeton, I did go past the big college there. It's a massive college, so that's why in the employment, the high school secondary educators was pretty high, because it's a big college there. Anyway, we're in Narrandera now. Sorry, a new town, and it's a big main street. So we're going to go down one side, check it out, and then come up the other side. Go down the hill first on this side of the town. Now, Narrandera is a pretty big town. It's 4,369 people. 48.5% are male, 51.5% are female. There's a Charles Sturt Hotel on the left hand side there. And the average age is 44. Now we're just right on the edge of the food bowl here in Narrandera. They've got a spring fair here as well, as you can see up there. There is a few orchards and all that around as I was driving down here from Leeton. Commonwealth Bank on the left there. Now 84.9% of people, look at this beautiful pub here on the left hand side. Narrandera Pharmacy. Well, actually, it might be closed. It looks a bit old. It's a beautiful old building though, or it was. Not sure if it's still going or not. There's another really nice one. What's that? The council chambers there on the left hand side. That's really nice as well, here in Narrandera. Nice big trees in the main street. It's got a bit of a Ballarat sort of a feel to it, with the, or Bendigo, with the old buildings like they are. It's actually quite nice, Narrandera. Yes, as I was saying, 84.9% were born in Australia. Here's another pub. What's this one? Top Pub. The Top Pub in Narrandera. It's quite nice too. .1% were from England and 0.8% from New Zealand. The sun's right in our way here. Okay, we'll go up the other side of Narrandera. It's Main Street here. Main Street in town. Hasn't got the buildings what it did coming up the other side there. So that one there on the right, which I thought was closed, it's a Royal Mail Hotel. It is open, just so there's balconies up on one side. Look a bit dodgy. Maybe it's not open. Actually says it's a Fusion Op Shop down the bottom. So there you go. Yeah, because I thought those balconies up there, if you leant on one of them, you'd be over the edge in no time. And a Bendigo Bank bakery. New Criterion Hotel there on the left hand side. Chinese restaurant. Our main source of employment here in Narrandera is meat processing. So there must be an abattoir around here as well. Followed by aged care residential. And legal government admin. So the employment has sort of changed from the other towns we're at, where there was grain growing and what else? Alcohol and beverage production and stuff like that. So like I said, we're right on the edge of the food bowl. We're getting more into the Murrumbidgees here. So but on the other side of that, it gets a bit dustier. They've got this big, huge... So here's a big, huge church here in Narrandera, St John's Uniting Church. So here's a big church here in Narrandera. They also got a hospital here in Narrandera. And there's an airport where you can catch a plane to Sydney. I'm not sure who, it might be with Rex. That's if Rex is still going, I can't even remember now. Okay, so we're coming up past the Narrandera and District Hospital. So it has got a hospital, which is good. For people who are interested. And there's also a school here in, not sure what sort of school that is, we'll find out in a sec once the sign comes up. School in Narrandera, looks like a pretty big one. Narrandera Public School. There we go. It's a big school, alright. Well, it's a pretty big town, nearly 5,000 people, so a town of that size will have a fairly big school, you'd reckon. There's a sports ground over the road there. Probably belongs to the school, I'd reckon. Here's a beautiful building here, Historic Star Lodge. Don't know if it's open. It might be overnight accommodation. It used to be the Star Hotel, so I don't think it's a pub anymore, but it's maybe now just a overnight accommodation if it's open. Someone watching might be able to tell me. There's a beautiful railway station. It's hard to say. I don't know. I'm not spitting that out right lately. Railway station here in Narrandera. Really, really nice. Beautifully done up old building. And you'll be able to catch that train probably to Sydney. I'm not sure if it goes direct to Sydney from here. It's a beautiful old building here in Narrandera train station. Try and get a bit of a different view. We'll try and get it all in one go, will we, if we can. Sun's in a terrible position there, but there we go. There's a Narrandera station. Beautiful old building. We'll check out some of the houses here in Narrandera, will we? I don't know, one part of Narrandera from the next, so just whatever I'm filming is just the streets I'm coming across. A lot of trees in the streets, very leafy. Median house price here in Narrandera is $315,000. Weekly household income, median household income is $1,113. Crime rate in Narrandera is pretty high, 165 crimes per 1,000 people. That's more than double the Australian average. Probably 2.5 times. Why? I don't know. Anyway, somebody watching this might be able to tell me. And there's another little school over here, or it might be a kindergarten maybe. We'll have a look. Well, we'll turn around the corner here. These things are just popping up as I'm driving around. As I said, I don't know Narrandera at all. So what's that say? Narrandera Preschool. There we go, I was right. So there we go, we'll just check out a couple of more homes here in Narrandera. As I said, median house price was $315,000. There's a couple here. This one looks like it's been done up. That'll be empty at the moment. There's the big church. I'm not sure if you can see it at the moment. It might come in a screen shortly. In the background. Oh, you might be able to see it, you might not. You know, I'm not sure if these homes here are worth $315,000, but it's not for me to call. There you go, you can just see that church in the background there. Anyway, there's a few of the homes in Narrandera. As I said, I don't know one end of Narrandera from another. So anyway, that's about the end of this video in the fruit bowl area of Australia, or Australia's fruit bowl. Narrandera is right on the edge, basically. Done 4 towns, filmed 4 towns in the fruit bowl area. Anyway, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.